Take a look real quick what I found, what I stepped on last night and found this morning right by my front door. So check this out, what I just found under my tree that I almost stepped on last night. Right over there is a copperhead. My buddy Jade's on his way over to relocate it. I don't want to kill it, but I definitely don't want it right next to our porch. So
He's not happy.
For some reason. There we go. I like to try to avoid grabbing them with these, because then you run the risk of doing some damage to their ribs, which I don't want to happen.
Oh, we got it.
that's crazy.
He got it.
Is that an adult?
That's an that's an adult.
That's an adult. How long you think it is? 18 inches maybe?
Maybe.
Oh my gosh.
That's cool.
I mean, they can get, don't get me wrong, they can get big.
Real big.
I've seen some 40 plus inches.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
All right, no problem.
Anyways, I am fiending for muskie, but I could not leave my smallmouth pole at the house. So as you can probably see in the video here, I've got my Van stall lashed to my pack with a Z-Man hula stick to it as the bait. But I'm going after muskie. More specifically, I'm going to use a topwater bait for muskie. I've got like 3 hours to fish, but that's to get to the muskie hole and get back before it gets dark. Kind of cold water, kind of tired from working all day and leg day at the gym, but I want a muskie. Seeing that copperhead really makes you just, I mean, look at these rocks. A copperhead will blend in perfectly here. How I've not been bitten or stepped on one before last night is beyond me. Now Sierra, she almost stepped on one a couple years ago in the fall, but I don't know. But check this out, first little hole of water here. I'm gonna throw this topwater bait. This is a I'll show you here in a second. That's a walk the dog topwater bait called a jackpot. And that's just a fluoro leader, 65-pound main braid. That's a medium heavy St. Croix Premier 300 tranks. I lied, the water's not cold. It feels amazing. A little cloudy though. I mean, it's still pretty clear, but for this creek, that's pretty cloudy. I tell you, I am like night and day right now in terms of being cautious. I'm looking everywhere for snakes. All kinds of little bass, but I'm looking for a muskie. I'll make a few throws before I go really far. I think I just scared a muskie out of here. I saw a really big fish. I was like, that's not a fish. Huh. Well, here's the deal. I know there's a big bass laying over there. So I'm gonna ground this equipment and throw some bass stuff over in there. Just gotta find a place to do so. So there's the hula stick. I've got 2 videos made about that, but that was before I had many subscribers, so probably nobody watched it. But that's a Z-Man hula stick on an Arky's weighted hook, 12-pound fluoro, 20-pound Power Pro main line. That's braid. Now I know there's a fish in here. Ouch. Oh, what is that? Oh man. That was a nice smallmouth. I didn't know what that was. Man alive, I should have waylaid that thing. I don't know why I didn't set the hook harder. I thought that was a sucker swimming up to my bait. I guess the only sucker now is me. Gee golly. Last cast. Yeah. All right then. Hello there. Hello. Nice. Okay, now I can go on. You know, at first there I was questioning whether or not I was a good fisherman, but I caught one. Like all those places over there, I'll probably hit on the way back. I'm just gonna go straight to the musky spot. Trying to pay attention, make sure I don't step on a snake, but I can't help but get excited because right up there is the musky water. All right, heart's beating a little quicker. Got a little bit of casting to do though. Well, I guess it's time to make my way over to the other side. I just walked through a significant amount of poison ivy to get here, so it's gonna be fun come tomorrow. But here's part 2 and 3 of my musky adventure. I saw something big swimming in the water just a while ago, and it was above water. I don't know if it was a duck, but I don't see any ducks. So I'm thinking I saw a muskie with his tail out of the water just now. But I'm gonna try fishing that way and then that way. Surely I can see something. Come on, fish. Golly. Come on. Man, that about took the rod out of my hand. I was swatting a bug that was on my face. Why was I swatting that bug? He didn't get the hooks. Hit it again. All right, I'm gonna move out a little bit so I can throw up that way. This muskie, I don't think he felt the hooks. And I've hooked muskie before, where they've gotten the hooks and they come back for more. There it is. It's right in front of me. Hey, he came back for it. He's still interested. Oh my God, I'm shaking right now. Okay, at this point, the muskie has hit the bait a couple times, and it's interested, but I just don't want to spook it by throwing the same bait over and over again. I just want this fish in this net. So I'm going to use just a buster jerk, just like I use on a lot of my other muskies. Still got the same walk the dog action, and still kind of the same color scheme, but I want this fish in the net. Look at all those teeth marks. Let's do this. Hanging back a little bit farther to give it plenty of time to get on the bait and not see me. There he is right there. He's right there. He came all the way up. He came all the way up. This fish is very interested. Oh. Well, I lost my lure over there. If it was in the middle of the day, I would probably swim over and get it, but it's nighttime and I'll admit it, I don't want to go over there right now. But I've got friends who wade this creek, so I'll just kind of let them know where it's at, and hopefully if one of them get to it before me, they'll just save it for me, because that's one of my favorite baits. All right, well, it sucks, but I can't. I'm gonna have to start moving back downstream. I'm gonna stop here and catch a smallmouth. There we go. I knew you'd be in there. That was a decent one too. But it's not a smallmouth. Look at that. All right, that's odd. Oh my gosh, that was a muskie. That was a muskie. That was a friggin' muskie. That was a muskie. That was like an 18-inch muskie. A freaking muskie. Just, I didn't know what it was. I was like, there's a bass chasing that all the way up here. Let's let him hit it. And then I look, and right here there was a muskie. I hope he comes back again. I'd like to get the little guy, and I hope he bites you know, the hook and not the line, so I can get him. But man, look at well, unfortunately no muskie, but I did encounter I know one muskie 3 or 4 different times, and then randomly bass fishing I had an 18-inch ish muskie that I thought was a bass just chase my bass bait all the way to my feet. But I will be back after these muskie, and probably gonna go get my bait or have somebody go get my bait for me, but it'll be after Florida when I do that. I'm leaving Friday night for Florida for my reunion, and while I'm down there I'm gonna try to catch some snook and whatever will bite on like swim baits and whatever, and I may shark fish one night, but gonna be more emphasis on smaller fish. And you know, well, not smaller fish, snook get pretty big, but yeah, snook, redfish, stuff like that, and maybe some pond fishing if I can link up with a few people down there. But I'll keep you all informed. Thanks for tuning in, you all. And last but not least, shout out to AJ Conway. Thanks for tuning into my channel and subscribing and just supporting my channel. And you know, I told you I'd give you a shout out, so there you go, buddy. And hopefully one day you and your dad can come fishing with me, or I can come fishing with you and your dad. That sounded weird, but anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, you all, and yeah, stay tuned.